In the book, A Short History of Nearly Everything, Bill Bryson describes the 5 stages of innovation. Stage 1, people deny that the innovation is required. Stage 2, people deny that the innovation is effective. Stage 3, people deny that the innovation is important. Stage 4, people deny that the innovation will justify the effort required to adopt it. And stage 5, people accept and adopt the innovation, enjoy its benefits, attribute it to the people other than the innovators, and deny the existence of stages 1 through 4. The consortium's founding members knew that if the courts were to provide competent language interpreter services, an innovative approach was necessary. They reasoned that the pooling of their limited resources was important and likely would be effective. They hoped that others might adopt the innovation, enjoy the benefits of the collaboration, and all the effort required would be justified. They laid a very strong foundation. They did not seek personal recognition, but rather focused on providing access to justice for persons of limited English proficiency. They insisted on excellence in testing instruments and professional resources. Luckily, the National Center saw the wisdom of this collaboration and provided a home, staffing, and over the years, substantial amounts of bridge money to sustain its mission. And as we have said, today 44 states reap many benefits from this innovation. To sustain the work, member states have provided countless hours of volunteer service and expertise. I love visuals, so we're going to do one now. Please stand and remain standing if you have served on the executive committee. Please stand and remain standing if you have served as a voting or interested member of a committee. Stand if you have given a presentation or served on a panel at an annual business meeting. Worked on a special project for the membership. Offered information and expertise through the listserv. Helped with interpreter training sponsored by the consortium. Hosted an annual business meeting. Spoken to a non-member state about the benefits of joining the consortium. This table should all be standing, I hate to tell you. Given input on resolutions, agreement changes, and program issues. created for your state a training program, training resources, language access plan, or any other resource and have shared that resource with the membership. Now, if you are not standing yet, you might as well. Because at some point in time, you will be asked to give your expertise to this membership. Congratulations to all of you. Now, this visual is lovely, but it really is only the tip of the iceberg. As an Alaskan, I know that only 1/10 of an iceberg is above water. And what I have mentioned comprises 1/10 of the volunteer service received over the years. We know that volunteers have supported the development of written oral examinations and produced articles and manuals, instructions, and so on. And we heard yesterday all the work of the Professional Issues Committee and the Technical Committee and the Annual Business Meeting Committee. And it is with great pride that we acknowledge and celebrate that collective expertise that has built a strong structure on the foundation. With that being said, for years now, the consortium has known that to maintain its current work and respond to the burgeoning needs of language access on a national level, substantive changes were needed in 3 key areas. 1, adequate continued and long-term funding. 2, a strengthened relationship with the National Center for State Courts and a renewed involvement from COSCA. And 3, restructuring that provides for organizational effectiveness and adequate staffing. Today, we have an opportunity to hear how these critical areas are being addressed and have the opportunity to help shape its future. Alaskans like to say that individual snowflakes melt alone, but together they can be a traffic stopper. Together we embark on an innovative, collaborative effort. Like many snowflakes together, the new Language Access Services Unit, COSCA's Language Access Advisory Committee, and the Council of Language Access Coordinators will be a positive force nationally and internationally, a traffic stopper, a driving force in the best sense. Today's presence of the COSCA president, NCSC executives, the Language Access Advisory Committee is truly a testimony to their commitment to providing equal access to justice. It is also evidence of their high regard for the immeasurable hours of volunteer service given by the membership over the years, and a recognition of the expertise in this room. We are all now pioneers in an exciting new adventure. Unlike the 5 stages of innovation in a short history of nearly everything, this body supports innovation and the effort required to adopt it. We agree much work still needs to be done, but we do so in the hope that many after us will enjoy its benefits. Now, before I turn the day over to the Language Access Advisory Committee, who will present the new structure and lead the discussion on it, it is my pleasure to introduce Pat Griffin. Now, if last night Pat happened to be our duck master with her grandson, and we are going to send that viral over the YouTube later today. We just haven't had, with the dinner last night, we didn't have the opportunity to do that, Pat. But President Frierson, we are extremely thankful to you that you reappointed Pat as COSCA's liaison to the consortium. Her commitment to the mission is evidenced by her full and engaged attendance at the annual business meetings, her leadership in the reorganizational process, her wisdom at each executive committee teleconference, and the yearly in-person meeting. You know, during the reorganization process, I have come to see some very interesting problem-solving abilities that Pat brings to us. And not too long ago, I was reading an article in Qantas magazine. No, I wasn't flying to Australia. It just happened to be on a table. I was waiting for the dentist or something. And it said, before deplaning, each pilot is required to complete a gripe sheet report, which conveys to the ground crew engineers any mechanical problems on the aircraft that was experienced during the flight. The engineer reads the form, corrects the problem, then writes detailed action taken on the form so that when the pilot gets back on the plane, the pilot can ensure that those things have been taken care of before the next takeoff. Here are just a few samples from gripe forms completed by pilots with the solution responses by the engineers. Problem reported by pilot. Left side main tire almost needs replacement. Solution from the engineer. Almost replaced left side main tire. Problem reported. Something loose in cockpit. Solution. Something tightened in cockpit. Problem. Evidence of leak on right main landing gear. Solution. Evidence removed. Problem. Suspected crack in windshield. Solution. Suspect you're right. And the last two are my all-time favorites. Problem. Aircraft handles funny. Solution. Aircraft warned to straighten up, fly right, and be serious. And finally, problem. Mouse in cockpit. Solution? Cat installed. Well, now how do we connect this with Pat, right? This is the challenge always. Pat definitely has a much better problem-solving record than Qantas. With us, she has asked probing questions to clarify problems and identified possible long-lasting solutions. She consistently exhibits the signs of a visionary leader: imagination, big picture orientation, focused, open-minded, always a fan of new ideas, a positive energizer, and today, one of the communicators of the new vision. What she does have in common with Qantas is the humor in the midst of chaos, because she consistently believes that out of chaos comes new creations. So thank you, Pat, for your work, your dedication, your passion and patience, and it is my pleasure to turn the meeting over to you.